Hello everybody and welcome back to the Eco Posh for You YouTube channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful, successful week. So today we are going to be talking about the case of a psycho buyer on Mercari. So I know we've all had like bad buyers and crap buyers and people that maybe necessarily like they don't accept the package, within a certain amount of time. They don't give you a good rating even though you made sure everything was packaged perfectly, you sent it out early, everything like that, right? So we've all had these types of issues. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. So I wanted to just put this out here because this person is psychotic and the story is crazy. So basically, what ended up happening is this crazy person bought some perfume samples. You know how sometimes Sephora or Ulta will sell a perfume sampler kits. You can try a couple different perfumes, and then maybe sometimes there'll be like a $10 off coupon, or when you buy it, you can also choose the full size one of your choice that you like. Well, anyway, so she's selling something like that, right? Some of these little perfume sample things. And the person that got them didn't feel like she received them as described. And so she was threatening her with the FBI, with all kinds of things. And eventually she finds her on LinkedIn and sends an email to her job that she got these perfume samples that were not the way she wanted. So this just goes to show people are nuts. And you got to be careful on here. If you can use a P.O. box or you can use your LLC name. I know some of the sites make you use your real name and you can't use your LLC. But if you can, this is definitely an example of why you would want to do those things. So let's look at this. So here's a screenshot of the first messages. Okay. And I think what ended up happening is that she sent all of these messages, and this particular seller was at work. She also has a full-time job, so she didn't get all of these messages until later, and then she noticed that her message inbox had been blown up. But you can see what she has listed here. So a $29 perfume sample lot. All right, she's mad over this $29 purchase, and don't get me wrong, with inflation and, the economy and everything, it's not like, people can afford just to lose that money. But I also don't feel like that's enough of a purchase to really be this bent out of shape. But let's see. I have just submitted a USPS mail fraud complaint. We'll also be filing a police report as mail fraud is a federal crime. I have all the evidence and proof. Penalties of mail fraud are up to 20 years in federal prison and fines. I hope you looked up the consequences of your actions of committing mail fraud before sending me a package with more than half of the perfume samples missing. I will make sure to do everything I can to get my refund. All right, so let's see, we've filed a report with the USPS mail fraud complaint. We have also filed a police report. Well, why are you filing a police report with local police? Mail fraud's a federal crime. You should be contacting the feds, all right? This person is already clueless. All right, and let's see. Thank you for not sending more than half of the perfume samples that were in the listing and photos of your listing. I have recorded my unboxing video and took every pictures possible and reported to Mercari and will report you to USPS mail fraud. You are a horrible seller. I'm going to do everything I can to get my money back. I also have your name and address, so I will be filing a police report as this is considered a crime. All right, and then you can see here, based on the shipping information, she was able to get this person's LinkedIn info and actually tried to contact their job, which you can see at the bottom. And it says, "Hello, I am sending you regarding one of the employees who I believe works at this establishment as a workers' compensation underwriting assistant. Her name is blank blank, and I have purchased fragrance samples from this person on a selling app called Mercari. This person is a suspected mail fraudster, as she sent me less than half of the fragrance samples that I purchased. As mail fraud is considered a federal crime, I have reported this person on USPS Mail Fraud Report, the Better Business Bureau, and the Mercari Help Center, and then it kind of cuts off mail fraud. Alright, so, like I said, stay safe out there in those reselling streets, alright? There are a lot of freaking crazy people in the world, and you never know when you're going to come across them, and you never know what makes them upset, because it's usually totally random and nobody knows. Alright? And whether the perfume was described or not, I'm really not sure. Obviously I'm just going by what was posted in this group. But even so, I really just don't think this is the best reaction for somebody to have. I think you just kind of need to go through Mercari and see if you can work it out that way. But like I said, just let this be a lesson. This is a strong case for why using your LLC instead of your name and using a P.O. box instead of your address is probably a good idea. But and I wish more sites would let us use our LLC name because of stuff like this. So be safe out there, guys.